Guys, I've got bad news. Really bad. I'm afraid that the right has developed a game that will end wokeness. And game journalists are reportedly seething right now. It's a whole other world out there. It's over. It's true, we don't really have a response to that. How y'all doing? Understood entering my Nazi arc? Yeah. Happens to the best of us. Why is there no noise? Isn't that weird? Shouldn't there be a noise? There's like, you hear like ambient noise, like with the waves crashing, but you don't hear like a boing? There should be some kind of boing. Who actually plays shit like that? I don't know. I actually don't understand people who play horny games. For one, judging from what I see in the Steam listings, most of them are terrible. But also, like, I don't know, man. When I'm playing it, okay, I know there's a lot of fantasizing on the subject, like mixing the two topics, because it's a big fantasy for, like, gamer nerds. But when I'm playing a video game, I don't really want to be, like, horny, I guess? Like, I can be horny in the sense of, like, I'm playing Nier Automata, and I think, oh, 2B is hot. Because of course she is, right? But I don't want to be like, oh my god, I'm so distracted by your body, I have to come now. Like, I'm playing a video game. If I wanted to, I could set the controller down and like jerk off or have sex or something. I don't understand why. Like, I'm on a subreddit about horny games AMA. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. I love how different people are. Also, A2 is more hot than 2B. Racist. A2 is more white than 2B spiritually. Can someone explain to me why we're looking at this butt, please? Oh, sorry, you're more of a tits man. There we go. My apologies, gotta mix it up. I'm more of an ass guy personally, but... Boing. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh my god, 50. I haven't even said anything funny yet. Holy shit. Well, I'll get the donos soon. That is a literal kid face. Okay, okay, dial it back, woke lords, okay? I'm the first one to point out the problem that anime has with their depictions of kids. This is like, this is an anime chick. If you really think that this is meant to look like a 13-year-old, I have no idea what world you're living in, okay? Vaush, she's literally 6. You're right. You're right, and I'm sorry. How long before some right-wing weirdo complains that the body type is chubby and unattractive? One of the funniest dynamics to me, in terms of like right-wing body shaming of women, is that it's almost exclusively engaged in by people who are performative grifters and by virgins, because the moment you actually like have sex and have a loving girlfriend or wife or whatever, you don't look at a girl's tummy and go, oh, that's gross. Instead, you're like, oh, well, that's nice. You know, because the moment it becomes real and tangible, you're like, well, obviously all that hatred was fake bullshit. I think that's hot. Remember that one post where Jordan B. Peterson said that it was like woke bullshit that there was a model who was chubby, and there was a guy who was very upvoted in the reply, and he was like, Mr. Peterson, I've often agreed with you, but I have to disagree on this one. The body type that you're insulting here is very similar to the one of my wife, and I love my wife. Like, Jordan Peterson was arguing like only the woke left like forces you to enjoy this like a size 8 body type or whatever, you know? That's kind of nice. I'm glad that that guy's love for his wife sort of like overrided the conservative group thing for a little bit. I, for one, am not attracted to skeletons. I just think, for me personally, my line is just, I want people to look healthy. And there are some healthy fat people, okay? There are some fat people who are like fucking robust, and it looks like they get their nutrients, and they're strong, and they can run. They're not winded after going up one flight of stairs, and it's like, okay, well, there you go. For me, it's like a health thing. There's obviously an upper cap where if you're too fat or too skinny, I guess, or like upper and lower cap, like it's pretty much guaranteed to affect your health. But there are lots of people, like, for me, this is like the big... Okay, you know the Discord daddy stereotyping or whatever? Don't worry about that, kitten. Yay. That the old genre of Tumblr posting where they would put like a white twink who weighed 90 pounds in a suit, and he would do like the come hither motion, and people would be like, oh my god, that's so hot. There's a fetishization not just of skinniness, but of this like rakish, skinny fat, never touched a weight in your life kind of body that I find repulsive. Everyone should exercise. Everyone on earth should exercise. And if you can't because of disability, that sucks, but you get that's your hall pass, right? You don't want to fuck Skeletor? Well, Skeletor is healthy. He's like built, you know? We intend to stick figures. No, but like some people are healthy and they kind of look like sticks. Like I've been with people who work out and eat a decent amount. Like they eat like a robust amount and they just are 92 pounds. It's crazy. It couldn't be me. Couldn't fucking be me. But it's definitely not, it wasn't them starving themselves. Like that's all that matters to me. Like, do you look healthy? Okay, there you go. What matters is that everyone is having a good time. Literally me, I eat a ton but still look like a twig. Yeah, metabolisms vary a lot. Calories in, calories out is true when it comes to dieting. It's just like thermodynamically, that is how it works. But people have different metabolisms and different appetites. So there are some people with a slow metabolism and a strong appetite who can feel like they are under eating unless they get 3K calories. But they only burn like 1,800 ambiently. So life's hard for them if they want to lose weight. And then there are people who just naturally have very high metabolisms. The furnace is always running. They tend to run very hot. And they're not that hungry. So they have to eat a lot just to not wither and die, basically. Yeah, that's life. It's so hard to gain weight. I wish I had that problem. But it goes both ways, right? Like, I used to think, oh, it kind of sucks that, like, I'm not naturally skinny, because I'm not, you know? But then other people have been like, yeah, but you're fucking naturally built. Like, you're 6'2" with a broad chest. Like, you're stronger by default than a lot of people would be after working out for a year. And I think that, honestly, that's not very much comfort when I want to fit into size 32 trousers. But I understand that there are different, you know, everyone has different priorities. Because if I could fit into size 32 trousers but couldn't bench press 80 pounds, I would probably be like, what the fuck? I would gladly take a few inches on my waist if I was naturally stronger. I'm naturally built, my brother's naturally skinny. It's pretty weird. Yeah, same. You can lift 180. Like bench press 180 right now. Because of my chest injury. If I didn't have the chest injury and you gave me a week, probably yeah. If with the chest injury, I have no idea. But that's different to the strength. What was your max deadlift when you were younger? It was like 405, 415 or something like that. Something like that, I think. I can lift 150. Lift what? Like deadlift? I'm naturally built 6'3.5", 36. Okay, motherfucker. If you're 6'3", you do not need to be throwing 6'3.5" up there, okay? Come on. You don't need, when you're looking down from the clouds, you don't need to be adding decimal points to your height, all right? Sit the fuck down, all right? That person's definitely only 5'11". I'm in no place to talk. I'm not 6'2". I'm like 6'1 3/4". Every time I measure, I'm consistently just a hair below 6'2". So, but I'm not gonna tell you that. That's a secret. Oh, you're small. Yeah, I know. I'm a fucking bottom now. I thought you were like 5 foot, not gonna lie. I think that I get that sometimes. When I was out the other day at Pride, somebody was like, oh my god, I thought you were shorter. And I think it's because of my camera angle, because my camera is a little bit higher than my head sometimes. But doesn't Hassan do the same thing? Hassan's camera also angles down. A lot of people angle it level, but he also angles his down. Maybe the fact, like maybe the knowledge that Hassan is very tall is just so widely spread that he has a higher FOV, I think. That is true. I keep my FOV like standard. If I widen the frame a little bit, I think it would give the impression of scope a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. His head being small does also proportionally enlarge him. Do you prefer tall men? Me? I think tall people are pretty attractive. I don't know. I'm fair about it. I've been with tall and short people. I'm not that biased. Look, the most important thing that you can do to endear yourself to me in that respect, okay, is that you need to have your shit together, like aesthetically. It's not really about being tall or short. You just have to convey like a kind of strength of character. And I think that appearing healthy is a big part of that, you know? I think it's difficult to convey strength of character when you are wheezing after one flight of stairs, you know? Yeah, you have to have aura. And I mean that too. If like if you know how to like convey yourself, I think that goes like a very long way. Very long way. course, I still find some traits more or less attractive than others, but for the most part, I think that's the important thing. That's true. People do love Vegeta. Living in a building with no elevator and walking everywhere has kept me healthy my whole life. It's so OP. Yeah, my legs and ass were huge when I was in university at Humboldt, because the campus is very hilly, and to get up to the soak building up on the 4th floor, you have to walk up a big flight of stairs. And it's on a hill, so you have to like climb the hill and then go up the stairs. Is making your bed attractive? Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, having your shit together is attractive. 100%, yeah. Working on it, boss. I'm trying to shave every morning. I got that Panasonic Arc 5, the like foil razor that gets a really, really, really close shave. It's like a nice, because I've been using the same trimmer, like beard trimmer, for 6 years, and it's dog shit. It's like when I use it to cut to the skin, because I can't use razors because my skin's really sensitive, it leaves like 2 millimeters of hair sticking out. It just did not do its job. So I got a really nice one, and now every morning I'm trying to shave my my neck and my and my cheeks, you know? Just gives you a nice thing to do in the morning, you know what I mean? Like get your routine on. Is it as close of a shave as a safety razor? Nothing's going to get you as close of a shave as a safety razor, no. But it's damn close. I mean, it's close enough that when I use the foil razor and I rub against the grain, it almost feels like smooth. Like when I rub against the grain, it feels like maybe 6 to 12 hours of growth after a safety razor. Yeah, you have to do it every day though, because it doesn't work as well if the hairs are a little longer. Nuts. Straight edge razors can be, but they're much more dangerous to use. Can I be real with you guys? The straight edge razor trend is Reddit core. Like, you really are not getting that much better of an experience with a fancy straight razor and the shaving cream and so on than you would be if you just used modern, cheap, disposable razors. It's like, they're cool, and I have nothing against that. I mean, look at the clothes that I wear, right? Like, I certainly don't think everything that you own and use has to be like maximum cost utility. If it brings you joy, just don't believe that it's like I would never argue that the benefit of wearing a $60 t-shirt is that it'll last longer than a $5 one, because a $5 t-shirt will probably last like years. It's not really about the durability, it's about the experience of wearing it or using it. It's like the Arc 5 Dark Race Victim. It was like 200. But from the reviews, it's going to last a long time, so I think it's cool, like cost-benefit wise. When I was in college, I was so pretentious, I walked up 7 flights of stairs to my apartment and scoffed at anyone who used the elevator. Good for my glutes, bad for my social life. I feel like that's a tendency for a lot of young people, right? Like you feel like you always have to prove yourself to the world and to other people, but maturing is realizing that you're not that special, and that the best way to demonstrate that you are special in the times that you are is by having like a measured attitude towards other people. Also, it makes you look like tryhard, right? Where's your obscenely large water bottle? I'm always ready. It is extremely large. It's just a gym water bottle. But if I just had a regular, like, 2-liter water bottle, then I would have to refill it 3 times a day, and I don't want to do that. That's fucking annoying. Why is being a tryhard considered bad, seen as performative? Because it's bad to be a tryhard for the benefit of other people. Because it makes you look like, well, like a tryhard, I guess. It makes you look like you're trying to one up other people. It's not graceful, you know. But trying hard in the sense of like putting your all into something, you should do that with fucking everything, man. You know? Like if you want to put the effort in, that's why I like people who make their bed. There's nothing I can't stand more than people who are the opposite of try hard. They're performatively try soft, right? Like they're like, well, what's the point, you know? Fuck you. You're gonna be dead one day. You want to reflect on this shit? What did you spend your life doing? Put your effort in, okay? Engage with some hobbies. Find people. Jesus Christ. Quit legitimizing depressive behavior. Like, if you're like that because you're depressive, that's one thing. But if you're like that because you're trying to imitate the emotional consequences of the depressive disorder, but you don't even feel that way, like you're fine, like, put some fucking effort in, you lazy piece of shit. That's crazy, Funny Grant. That sounds like OCD behavior to me. Drinking 6 to 8 40-ounce Hydro Flask bottles every day, that's crazy. You have to... no disrespect to your ex, but you have to have something wrong with you to want to drink that much water. That hurts. Picking up an instrument is a great way to build confidence. No offense, Vaush. Why would that offend me? Guess because you're not a music guy? I wish I could sing. Then sing, dipshit? I do. I wish I could sing well. Sorry, there you go. Do antidepressants affect your thirst? I think they affect you in a bunch of ways.